Hi everyone, welcome back to Enigma's Cold War server in DCS, and welcome to another Docs Debriefs, where I look at a recent dogfight that I've had and kind of see what I did well, what I could improve on. This time we're in the Viggen, something that I'm still trying to learn, especially in air-to-air. I had a really fun little flyout here, so just wanted to look through that. So let's jump into it. So here I am in the Viggen being vectored in towards a large furball that's going on just up ahead. Can maybe just make out a plane moving directly off my nose, just slightly above the HUD marker there. And this is part of a very, very large furball that's kind of emerged in the middle here between multiple F5s and multiple Mirages. Now, climbing for this one, see a missile. I do just ask at this point, since I'm not sure if this is my target or not. I get told that it's not the target, the one it's fired on is the target, and here I pull up a little bit and see this Mirage. So, pulling up here, trying to get closer or get into a good gun solution here. Go over to my AIM-9Bs. I fire one in the hope that he is moving too slowly, but he does see the missile and flare. And unfortunately I can't re-establish tone here. I am using the AIM-9Bs, and so these are really, really poor missiles. At this point I'm getting too close, so I flip over onto my guns. I do have 2 gun pods armed here. Not really used to firing these, but kind of leading the weapons onto the target there, and nicely do get a splash. The guns there of the Viggen do hit hard when they do hit. Do definitely need to get used to them. They are very widely set apart since they're only on gun pods, so it is something that I still need to get used to, especially compared to most of the Cold War era aircraft where the guns are coming out the nose. It's a bit of a flip to move it onto guns that are quite so wide there. Also, I would really like to be able to arm the gun pods one at a time. If anyone knows how to do that, please do let me know. Here we can see an absolute mess, but quite a beautiful mess. We've got multiple F5s here, all hunting for one Mirage that's in the middle of this slot, and I'm trying to work out which one is the hostile target. Seeing lots of F5s, do spot what could be the Mirage. Mirage then starts heading me on, realise it's definitely the Mirage just as he's about to get guns off, do jink at the last moment there. So that Mirage almost had me. Really just a bit of luck on my part that he overshot a little bit there. At least now I know roughly where the target is, so I'm trying to turn around to re-engage. As I do that, Mirage does go down to the F5 that was in pursuit, but I don't really get much of a break here. There are multiple reinforcements on the way. Big important one being a Mig-21 that is 10 kilometers away. So doing my best to try and locate that. I did get a bit turned around, so having to check my compass to vaguely get myself oriented. By the time I get roughly towards the incoming, he is now 4 kilometers away. See a friendly crossing my nose there. So get a call here from Goldwep, who is GCI, calling in something on my 6. I tighten my turn, do evade the missile. I don't have flares here, so I can only use manoeuvring. Thankfully, the Russian missiles on Caucasus aren't really any better than the AIM-9Bs, and just a hard turn will defeat any missile, as long as you've got some speed. So I'm trying to pull in on him here. He's going vertical. I've got some energy here at least. I don't have a huge amount. I bled quite a bit off trying to find him. trying to get a good lead here. I do still have cannons armed at this point. Now, I can't take a missile shot here because of the F5s off my nose, so I'm just hanging back at this point, trying to maintain a good position, make sure I don't hit the F5s. Just because I'm about to lose sight of the F5s, I do a high yaw here just to get out of their way. So you can see the Mig-21, nice enough. Mig-21s and afterburners are very easy to follow. I'm just trying to track around here, trying to keep an eye out, mostly for an opportunity to dive in, but I don't want to get into a shoulder shooting position with the F5, so I'm letting him take the lead here, let him engage, while I'm just hanging back, waiting for an opportunity. Now I'm quite happy if he extends, I'll be able to catch him. If he keeps turning, the F5 should get him. Actually, the second F5 here is my wingman, who has a good missile opportunity, but the closer F5 is in the way. Fortunately, my wingman there does rip the wings. It is easier to rip the wings on the cold weather maps, and so that really can catch you off guard there. So still keeping in this fight, still is a bit of a mess. Unfortunately, I did briefly lose track of the Mig-21 in that last little engagement, so I do overshoot there, go from a good position to a very bad one. Luckily managed to recover it in a turn here because he is distracted with this other F5. Now, as he's crossing my nose, I do pull off shots there. I do get a decent hit to centre of mass. Unfortunately, that's not enough to put him down. But at least I know I've done some damage. I don't know how much that's actually affected him, but looked like a HE burst just behind the cockpit, so hopefully something is going on in his aircraft at this point. And the F5's keeping close but not able to get hits on, so I'm sticking in the fight. Go in here, get another guns opportunity, but that is the last of my ammo. So I'm not in an ideal situation here. I do still have missiles, but I don't have good missiles. Now, if I get a good opportunity, I can hit this guy. Now, he starts to extend away here, so this would be perfect, but as I'm about to take the shot, I do get a call that the other F5 is now between me and the target, and so by the time he gets out the way, I've lost the opportunity. Aspects turn really, really bad. So, a bit in an awkward situation here. AIM-9Bs are very, very iffy. They can't really hit a turning target, they can't hit a very fast target, and they are very, very liable to just go and find a friendly instead of the target you're going for, so I'm waiting for a perfect opportunity here, which unfortunately the Mig-21 pilot here is just not giving me. Still pressing him here, just to try and keep him distracted, try and keep the pressure on him, hoping that an F5 can get the opportunity. Unfortunately, that F5 does go down to a missile from the 21, wasn't able to get him off there. So here I'm just pressing again, trying to keep this guy turning. I don't really think I can win this on my own at this point. If I had guns, maybe I could get a snapshot, but otherwise I'm just waiting for him to make a mistake. Do have reinforcements in the unlikely form of a A-10 here. The A-10 does fire. Unfortunately, the Mig-21 pilot again is doing a really good job, tightens up the turn as he sees the missile. So again, gotta hand it to the Mig-21 pilot here. He's been outnumbered massively. He's not just holding on, but he is getting kills in here. Now, I go in here, I've ended up in a situation where I'm in purely neutral with the Mig-21, but as he's focusing on me, that A10 there comes in and gets the kill. So that was that. That was a really fun, really quite intense set of sorties, and learned a lot about the Viggen. Viggen can keep up in turns. It just need to watch the ammo mostly on those gun pods. I definitely want to get more practice, and Viggen really does seem quite capable at air-to-air. Definitely want to do more of that. If you want to see more Viggen air-to-air, just let me know down below. And otherwise, I hope to catch you in the next video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.